training and nutrition information. Today I'm going to dive right into testosterone and what you need to know, all of the basics, and really try to give you a good understanding of what you're getting into. So, I wrote up an entire video and I'm going to share that with you. I hope you like it, and stay tuned. You get a lot of good information on this episode. Natural versus enhanced. Are you or have you ever considered using steroids? Maybe you're just curious. Well, I'm going to dive into what you need to know when it comes to testosterone, the natural testosterone versus enhanced. After this video, you should have an adequate grip on the differences and a basis for the direction that you will choose to go. So, let's go ahead and begin. And thanks for joining me today. By the way, this is, of course, your number one source for natural training and nutrition information. And like always, I am committed to bringing you the information that you need to transform your body by burning fat and building muscle. So, obviously, today I want to talk about testosterone, training, recovery, and naturally versus enhanced. So, a little background. I started getting interested in building muscle and bodybuilding as a young teenager, and I got my first weight set when I was 13 years old. And I got a bodybuilding book, and I was immediately bit by the iron bug, so to speak. So I immediately became fascinated with building muscle and having a bodybuilder's physique, and soon after, probably much like you, I became a victim of the typical marketing. So you see the whey protein, you see the mass gainers, all these different types of fitness regimens, all marketed to you by these huge bodybuilders and physique models that, for the most part, are clearly on some type of gear. Although you don't know this when you're a kid. Now, and when you're younger, of course, this inspires you. And for years, I ate and trained. I took supplements. I did everything I could, and it was never anywhere near these athletes' physiques. I even worked at a nutrition center, a supplement store, for about 2.5 years, and I learned that nearly everything these stores sell is basically junk. So for about 17 years, I've been studying the science of bodybuilding, fitness, and nutrition, and I've literally spent years learning, researching, experimenting, and as a 100% natural guy, I found what works for me and has given me the best results, so I'm passing that information on to you in hopes of helping you accomplish your goals. And a big part of that is having a realistic expectation of what is naturally possible. So that's why I want to break down some of the facts when it comes to natural versus enhanced for body composition. First off, touching briefly on testosterone, as you probably already know, testosterone is what separates men and women. It gives men their secondary sex characteristics such as facial and body hair, and it also plays a huge role in strength, endurance, and recovery. So, typically speaking, men have about 10 to 20 times as much testosterone as women, which is why men are usually stronger, carry more muscle mass, and are better built for physically demanding jobs such as construction workers and foot soldiers. Okay. So the first thing that you need to know is the typical natural man is going to carry between 300 and 1200 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone in their bloodstream. This is drastically less than someone who is chemically enhanced, aka using anabolic steroids or ingesting testosterone, for instance. Now, a person taking even a relatively small dose of testosterone can double or even triple their free testosterone levels. So the reason why men carry more muscle mass than women is the same reason why an anabolic steroid user is going to carry more muscle mass than a natural guy. So simply put, more testosterone equals more muscle. So what this means is you could inject testosterone into your body, and without even working out, you could start carrying more muscle mass. Now, of course, if you combine this with training and good dieting and other things that aid in building muscle, like good sleep and whatnot, you can really maximize your results exponentially. So here's a great example from my personal experience. I had been training for about 13 years, and I met a guy who I started working out with. He was about 10 years younger than me, and he had a really good physique. He was honest with me, and he said that he had done a few low dosage cycles, And at that time, I would say our physiques were about the same. Um, and a little bit later, he started using a slightly heavier dose, a heavier cycle, and there was absolutely no way I could keep up with his physique. Although with many lifts I was still stronger than him, he put a lot of muscle on in just a matter of weeks. He was lean, he was full, he looked like a bodybuilder, and I really couldn't believe how he left me in the dust. Now, I have personally had my testosterone measured twice, and with several natural strategies, I was able to raise my testosterone 25% from 396 to 496 nanograms per deciliter in just a few weeks. And my goal and your goal should be to get your testosterone as high as possible naturally. I'm hoping to get mine anywhere from 800 to 1200. I'd love to do it. I just don't know how realistic it is for me and my genetics. But what I can tell you is when I was able to raise my testosterone at 25%, I noticed a huge difference. So I can only imagine what a difference doubling it would make. So after the experience of seeing my friend grow right before my very eyes, I did a lot more research and I wanted to understand what is naturally possible because for myself, I decided that I wanted to stay natural. So I've been on this quest to put on as much muscle as I can and become as lean as I can. And my goal is to naturally max out and maintain the leanest, most muscular physique. And of course, naturally. So to do this, I've learned it's a lot of hard work and there's no shortcuts. It takes a lot of dedication and it's a lifelong commitment. It's a lifestyle and there's absolutely no easy way. So to wrap things up, there's a huge difference between training naturally and training enhanced. It's absolutely night and day. So any advice or information that you're getting from somebody that could be on steroids or definitely is, their advice may help you a little bit, but for the most part, it will fall flat and most likely will compromise your natural gains. An enhanced lifter has much more potential to carry muscle in the first place, and they will grow and recover significantly faster than someone who is natural. So, if you have the same goals as I do, which is to max out your natural potential, then I recommend that you stay tuned to my channel. And if this helped you get a better understanding, please feel free to share this and keep others informed. You can check out my other videos where I'll be sharing my knowledge and experience that can help you drastically improve your body composition. And thank you very much. And please keep in mind that you have reached the #1 source for training and nutrition information naturally. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you again soon.